Let's be realistic about today's lesson. Graphing rational numbers on number line, you're looking at a lot of different numbers that you've not necessarily worked with before. And so um, placing them on a number line can be a little tricky at the beginning. So I'm going to give you a variety of strategies, and it's your job to learn which strategy is best for you. Where would you place 5/4 on this number line? You'll notice that the bottom number there, the 4, is the denominator, and so it's a fraction that's breaking everything up into fourths. So let's take a look at this. Here's 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, because 4 over 4 is 1, and here's 5/4. So 5/4 would be right here. Okay, I think that's probably the easiest way to handle that one, but that's because I actually understand fractions. I understand that 1/4 is one whole unit broken down into 4 different equal areas, and that 2/4 would be, half of that area. 3/4 is, 3 parts of the 4, and then 4/4 is 1. And if you suddenly go into the improper fraction where the top number is bigger than the bottom, it's got to be more than 1 unit. So here's 1 unit, and then you got 1/4 more of a unit right on top. So that's how you can handle it if you just want to keep the number in the form that it is and it's a fraction. Let's take a look at a different way. What if we changed 5/4 into a mixed number? Well, 4 goes into 5 one time. How many is left over? 1. So it'd be 1/4 as your fraction, 1 and 1/4. Well, isn't it this 1 and 1/4? Because again, it would just be broken up into fourths again, right along here. And that's your 1/4 on top of the 1. Or what if we made it into a decimal? 1.25. There's the 1, and here's like a 0.25. It takes practice. You'll make mistakes, but the more you practice at it, the better you'll be. Let's take a look at this problem real quick. Where would you place negative 2.75 on the number line? Now, remember, this is 0, and then it goes -1, -2, and -3. So negative 2.75 is going to be somewhere in between here, but it's actually going to be further away from 0 than -2. So it's not going to be on this side, it's going to be on the left side of it. And if we broke it up into, well, let's do quarters again. That'd be 2.25 there, 2.5, and -2.75. Let me space that just a little bit better. There we go. -2.75. If you wanted to convert that over into fractions, -2 and 3/4, you could do that, and it'd be -2 and 1/4, -2 and 2/4, -2 and 3/4 right there. If you wanted to make it into an improper fraction, you can do that too, because this would be -4 over 4, -8 over 4, -11 over 4. Go ahead and try this practice and check. Place 4/5 on the number line, and then also place -2.3 with that repeating 3 on the number line. Okay, here we go. Where would we place this? This would be in fifths, so let's break it down into fifths. Let's see. 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5. My spacing's a little messed up, so let's just go back and fix that. 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. It's still a little off, but you know what? 4/5 is pretty good. Or if anybody used 0.8, that would be the same right there. -2.3, repeating, that would be the same as -2 and 1/3. Or -7/6. So If we go by thirds, let's see here, let me use green. That's about 1/3 of the way. That's about 2/3 of the way. So here's 1/3, negative, negative 2/3. That makes this one -3/3. And remember, -3 divided by 3 is -1. That's why it fits right there. Um, -4/3, -5/3. This would be -6/3. Really, I need to kind of move this over just a little bit more. That's good. And then we're left with -7/3. And I don't know why I first said that was a 6 there. I apologize. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. And it was a negative, so it's a -7. And you keep the same denominator, so this should have been a 3. So the very next one that we put on here is going to be where it goes, right here at -7/3. And if we looked at the placement on it, maybe just a little over.